I'm Michael, aka Oscar Man. Let's play the Oscar swap game. How does it work? Well, I take an Oscar-winning performance and swap it for another that was nominated in the same year, which I think was more deserving of a win. Now, I'm not going to cover the ones which have been discussed countless times here already, so you won't see Brando in Streetcar, Garland in Star is Born, Lansbury in Manchurian, or the other usual suspects. The only rule here is that this is all for fun. No right or wrong. I'll start with an Oscar win I've never understood.
It's just enormous. So you can imagine the volume of legal issues. It's quite substantial. And as general counsel, what I do, what our in-house department does, is to analyze the dimension of the problem or the opportunity to determine the jurisdiction.
I like 2007's Michael Clayton. I like Tilda Swinton. And I know many of you do too. But exactly what did she do in this film that was Academy Award worthy? I remember her just sort of being there without any moments where her character stood out, or at least enough so to win an Oscar. Here's who I am swapping out Swinton for.
So we went back to the apartment, and Ray was hollering, it's gonna wake up Amanda. She needs her sleep, you know? So we went back to Ray's mother's, whatever. Yeah. I don't know where that mother went, but she left all her fucking cats in there, and it smells like cock.
And she's never contacted you, never left you a note?
No, we didn't hear nothing from Cheese. That's why Ray said don't say shit.
Amy Ryan gave the best performance by a supporting actress in that year's Gone Baby Gone, directed by Ben Affleck. Her ferocious turn as a mother of a missing child won the actress several awards, and I was certain she would win at the Oscars. Yeah, I know this performance was bigger and flashier than Swinton's, and I do tend to go for those. Though stay tuned, as there are some subtle ones coming up. Tilda Swinton has given better performances for which she should have been acknowledged by the Academy.
We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be.
I'll just come out and say it. I thought 2017's The Darkest Hour was a bore. I simply wasn't interested in a film about Winston Churchill. So I'm not disparaging Gary Oldman's Best Actor winning performance. I just thought the category had a much more deserving one.
News? Oh, you're getting married, I suppose?
I might be getting married next spring, yeah.
You never said anything.
It's been off and on for 2 years.
That's wonderful news.
Call Me By Your Name was not without controversy. The story of a relationship between a teenage boy, played by Timothée Chalamet, and an adult man, Armie Hammer, was criticized by some as inappropriate and offensive, mostly by critics here in the United States. I viewed this as a film about first love, finding its depiction of intimacy and yearning both heartfelt and touching. Timothée Chalamet was so good as Elio, conveying naivete and innocence without being cloying or manipulative. Armie Hammer also deserved a nomination as supporting actor. And while I know Call Me By Your Name wasn't a film for everyone, nor did I have any expectation that Chalamet had a chance of winning that year, I still would have swapped Gary Oldman for him.
Are you even listening to me? When I was a little older, when I was 17, I was walking home from
Where
school.
was I?
You were still up in heaven. But there was a guy, he pretended that his dog was
What
sick.
guy?
Old Nick. We call him Old Nick. I don't know what his real name is. But he pretended his dog was sick.
What's the dog's name?
Jack, there wasn't a dog. He was trying to trick me.
Brie Larson won just about every award possible for 2015's Room. There was a lot of hype about her performance by the time I saw the film, and maybe I was underwhelmed because of the big build-up. Frankly, I thought Jacob Tremblay was more deserving of a nomination. In any case, I would easily swap out Larson for this nominee instead.
And maybe I feel the same way. So the next time you tell me you love me, if there is a next time, I'll say I love you too.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Saoirse Ronan racked up 4 Oscar nominations before she was 30 years old, all of them very deserving. In Brooklyn, the actress of Irish descent, but born in the Bronx, played Ilis, a young woman who embarks on a journey of self-discovery in the 1950s. I loved this film and thought that Ronan was wonderful in it. Of course, she wasn't going to stop the juggernaut that was Brie Larson, but Ronan's touching performance remains the one I am going to choose. Did you see Brooklyn? What are your thoughts about Saoirse Ronan's nominated performance?
We ought to be sipping some whiskey.
It's him.
Yeah, I remember, well, it was noisy. I think you said something like, you didn't kill your wife.
Remember what you told me?
I remember you were pointing my gun at me.
You said, I don't care.
He's on the south side.
Yeah, Richard, that's right. I don't care.
Tommy Lee Jones has always been a reliable actor, even when he was better than some of the films in which he appeared. In 1993's The Fugitive, Jones was singled out for giving the film's best performance as Deputy Marshal Sam Gerard. I think he won that year's Oscar as Best Supporting Actor for his overall career, something the Academy likes to do on occasion. Who am I swapping out Jones for?
No, of course I can't. That's what I'd like to do. What I can do if I'm any sort of a man is the next most merciful thing. I should take her into the woods and shoot her painlessly in the back of the head.
Ralph Fiennes doesn't need an Oscar to prove he's a great actor. He's won some awards here and there, but I think Fiennes is the type of actor who is often underappreciated because he is consistently excellent and his work is taken for granted. In Schindler's List, it was difficult not to appreciate the depth of his performance, a scene-stealing one at that. And while I understand the Academy's choice of Tommy Lee Jones, a popular and well-liked member of the community, for me, it is easy to swap him for Ralph Fiennes' great work. Hopefully the timing will be right between him and Oscar one day.
Ed's a gambler. He's probably up at Vegas Arena right now, dealing at night, losing it all back in the daytime.
Oh, man like that sounds no better than a heel.
Aren't you all?
Honey, don't go shooting all the dogs, 'cause one of them's got fleas.
I was married to Ed for 6 years. The only thing he was ever good for was to scratch my back where I couldn't reach it.
You still got that itch?
Off and on.
1963's HUD features one of Paul Newman's best performances, but unfortunately, he didn't win Best Actor that year. His co-star, Patricia Neal, did, however. And while she is perfectly solid as Alma, I'm swapping her for another nominee. And it's not because I think Neal's was a supporting role. It's because this nominee was incandescent. How's that for a fancy word?
Oh, I could fall in love with you so easily.
Fall in love with me?
Why not?
You don't know me.
How about I have a rule, you see? I fall in love first and find out about people afterwards. That way you always get hurt. Can I ask you something? Are you in love with somebody else? That why you're here?
No, that isn't why I'm here.
If you've never seen The L-Shaped Room, I won't be surprised. This British drama isn't remembered much today, but it should be, if for nothing else than Leslie Caron's wonderful performance. In this melancholy tale of a pregnant, unmarried woman who encounters a variety of different characters she meets in a London boarding house, the film was considered part of the kitchen sink realism dramas of British cinema, akin to other works such as Room at the Top, A Taste of Honey, and Sunday, Bloody Sunday. The L-shaped room features Leslie Caron at her best, and without question, I think she should have won Best Actress.
He takes a cut of our earnings and invests it for us. Doesn't let us use narcotics, and he doesn't abuse us. Can your policeman's mentality grasp those contradictions?
He had you cut to look like Veronica Lake.
No. I'm really a brunette, but the rest is me.
I know Kim Basinger has her share of supporters for her win as Best Supporting Actress in 1997's LA Confidential. However, I'm not one of them. I always thought Basinger was wooden in her many films, and I think she was here too. Her Oscar win baffles me, and I could easily swap her for this much more deserving performance.
I love him, roller girling. I mean, I really love Stupid Train. I love you, Mom. I want you to be my mom, Amber. Are you my mom? I'll ask you if you're my mom, okay? And you say yes, okay? Are you my mom? Yes, buddy. Yes.
Boogie Nights was one of Paul Thomas Anderson's best films, mainly because I spent my early years working for a men's magazine and had knowledge of the adult film industry. Julianne Moore was excellent as porn star Amber Waves, and what I especially liked about her performance was that she showed us that those who choose that type of work are people with lives that aren't all that different from ours. This was an Oscar-winning performance by Julianne Moore. Okay, tell me what you think.
I'm asking you. I ain't got a leg to stand on, but I'm asking you.
Shut it!
Don't do that, kid.
I call the shots. I do what I want to do.
Don't do it. I don't have that many games left in me.
You used us! You used me!
Yes, I did. But you're in Atlantic City now with the big boys. You're not back there in the stockroom playing around with baby dolls. Think about it.
We all pretty much agree that Paul Newman won his Best Actor Oscar for the wrong performance. 1986's The Color of Money was certainly not the best on his long, impressive list of nominated work. We know this was a career Oscar, but as much as I admire Paul Newman's talent, I am swapping him for this performance.
Because they love each other. And they get married. So they can love each other more. And have a little baby. Only a little one. And he fights with his fucking mother-in-law. You know the way it is between men and fucking women, eh? Come and say something. Anything, say it.
Winner of the 3 major Critics Association Awards, along with the BAFTA and Golden Globe, Bob Hoskins was certainly the favorite Best Actor nominee for his performance as George in the film noirish crime drama Mona Lisa. Hoskins continued to work in film and television until his death in 2011, but Mona Lisa was the highlight of his long career. I think it's safe to say that he would have won the Oscar had Paul Newman's name not been on the same ballot. And it's a shame because both actors deserved to be Oscar winners, but only one of them was.
Oh, I'm so glad for you, Flo. It sounds funny for ex-husband and ex-wife to tell each other how happy they are with. Yes, Flo. Goodbye, Flo.
Much has been written about Louise Reiner's telephone scene in 1936's Best Picture winner, The Great Ziegfeld. This was the first of her 2 back-to-back Best Actress Oscar wins, and while many dislike her performance in the following year's The Good Earth, I'll take that one any day over her role as Anna Held in the overlong melodramatic Ziegfeld. While I understand this was the style of films from the 1930s, I think the following nominee was much more deserving.
Oh, is this where you sleep? That's the general purpose of the room. Any observations?
Oh, I think it's very cute, but we'll have to change the wallpaper.
What do you mean we'll have to change
Oh,
it?
I don't like green wallpaper. It makes me bilious.
And you won't have to look at it. You're going home right now.
But I can't go home.
Why not?
I can't go home after what happened.
What happened?
You know what happened just as well as I do.
Comedy is so easy, isn't it? Try getting a laugh. Not as easy as it looks. Carole Lombard had what seemed like a natural gift for lighthearted roles in what were called the screwball comedies of the 1930s. Her only Oscar nomination came for My Man Godfrey, where she was paired with frequent co-star William Powell. The film was the first to receive nominations in all 4 acting categories, though it didn't win any Oscars. Carole Lombard began her career in silent films before appearing in nearly 50 films during the sound era. Thought to be the love of Clark Gable's life, Carole Lombard inspired others with her rare comedic timing, including Lucille Ball, whom she mentored. The Academy didn't award comedic performances in the early days, and they haven't come very far nearly 100 years later. My Man Godfrey is fun and worth a look if you're not familiar with it.
What did you sing? Sit down, Tony. Okay. Everybody together now. You got your notes? Ba, 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 ba. Now we hit them all together and we got a nice chord. Ready? Everybody take a deep breath now. Let's hear it.
Though I was never a fan of Bing Crosby, he was a fine singer and an actor with an easy, comfortable presence. But 1944's Going My Way was a sentimental choice of the worst kind. Hardly a film that can stand alongside other winners of the decade, such as Casablanca or The Best Years of Our Lives. I'm okay with Bing Crosby as a movie star, but I'm easily swapping his win for this nominee.
I've been making inquiries about Alice Elquist's sister. I've talked to the doctor who attended her. You'd like to see him?
No.
He described her symptoms to me. Would you like to hear them? It began with her imagining things, that she heard noises, footsteps, voices. And then the voices began to speak to her. And in the end, she died in an asylum with no brain at all.
Sinister, cunning, and downright evil, Charles Boyer was perfect in Gaslight, the film which won Ingrid Bergman the first of her 3 Oscars. As the husband from hell, Boyer is the force which drives Bergman to near insanity, and if he wasn't entirely convincing in his treachery, the film would never have worked. Always suave and debonair, Charles Boyer received 4 Best Actor nominations, but never won an Oscar. Maybe it was his French accent, but even I almost fell for his mind games in Gaslight. Did you?
Mr. Roberts is dead. This is from Fornell. They took a Jap suicide plane. It killed everybody in a twin 40 battery and went right on through and killed Doug. Some other officer in the wardroom. They were drinking coffee when it hit.
Though Jack Lemmon had a tendency to be a little over the top, okay, more than a little, I still enjoyed watching him in both comedies and dramas. For his first Oscar win in 1955's Mr. Roberts, Lemmon himself once expressed surprise that he won. Ensign Pulver was certainly a character who garnered attention, and while I don't dislike Lemmon's win, I would swap him for this performance.
Everybody, Crunch and Goon and everybody.
We know.
They think you told the police on them. They're gonna... Who's in there?
Nobody. Just us chickens.
Who's in there?
Judy. Judy's up there.
I think Sal Mineo was one of the most talented, underrated actors of his time. He began his career in his teens, first on television, where his natural, unaffected style brought him to the attention of filmmakers. Rebel Without a Cause was only Mineo's 3rd movie role, but his performance, and the film itself, have become iconic among multiple generations. As the ultimately tragic figure Plato, Mineo, whose own life ended in tragedy, was, I think, at the heart of the film, whose behind-the-scenes stories have become those of legendary proportions. In various interviews, Sal Mineo appeared to be an easygoing, uncomplicated man, though his personal life was much more complex. Despite receiving 2 Oscar nominations by the age of 21, as with many adolescent actors, Mineo's film career didn't sustain in adulthood, and he turned to guest starring roles in various television series. On a side note, check out the obscure 1965 film Who Killed Teddy Bear when you have a chance. It's an odd, strange neo-noir crime thriller that has developed a cult following because of Mineo's performance.
It was too charming.
Why, he meant nothing, nothing at all. You were even jealous of that Swiss exchange professor just because he was polite.
He was too polite. Now, Rosemary, let's get some sleep.
Oh, James Lee Bartlow, you take a good look at yourself in that mirror. You've changed since you come to Hollywood, and I don't mind telling you, it's no change for the better.
Gloria Graham's 9-minute role in 1952's The Bad and the Beautiful won her an Oscar as that year's Best Supporting Actress. I have no issue with short screen time, but I cannot understand why the Academy honored her for this performance. There's just nothing special here. There was, however, something special in another nominee's work, which is why I'm swapping Graham for her.
I am the noblest lady of the court, second only to the queen. Yet I am the saddest of mortals in France.
Why, what is the matter, milady?
I'm so downhearted, Teresa. My father has me betrothed to the Baron de Lansfield, and I can't stand him.
Yep, the Academy doesn't seem to think that comedy and Oscar go together. In the criminally overlooked Singin' in the Rain, which wasn't even nominated for Best Picture, Jean Hagen's scene-stealing performance garnered her the film's only acting Oscar nomination. As Lena Lamont, the silent film star who, to be kind, wasn't ready for talking pictures, Hagen drew laughs even though Lamont bordered on caricature. When she read for the part, the actress did an impression of Billy Dawn from Born Yesterday, and the role became hers. Come on, Academy, give comedy a chance. There's an Oscar-winning performance I feel guilty about including in this video, and hopefully you'll understand my decision. But first, I want to extend my appreciation to you for joining me. Whether you're a regular to the channel or this is your first visit, we Oscar nerds need a place to share our love of this golden boy, with whom we don't always agree. After the video concludes with the winner I didn't choose for this video, will you please click on the like button and become a subscriber if you're not one already, so you can gather with us for each week's new topic as well as the daily polls, where you vote like an Academy member.
Get over here. Sit down there. This is what I want you to do, okay? I'll tell you, I want you to make me a list. I want to see it in writing. Let's have it. Okay. Write it all out, all your problems, all the things that are wrong with your life, everything that can go bad. Come on, start writing. Write it. A whole list, all the bad things.
I have enjoyed Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore since the first time I saw it. The film has a great cast, is filled with both humor and pathos, and it's one of those slice-of-life movies I love. Ellen Burstyn's Best Actress win was unexpected, so much so that she didn't even bother attending because she thought she'd lose on her third try. Yes, she was appearing on Broadway in Same Time next year, but she could have taken the night off. And as wonderful as Burstyn was as Alice, forgive me, but I'd swap her for another actress who, well, I'll explain.
He's got something in that bag.
Don't be concerned
Yeah,
about
he's
this
going to
bag,
try to imprison
Mabel.
me with something in that bag.
Don't be concerned about this bag.
Am I right?
Don't be concerned
Am
about
I right,
this
Nick?
bag.
Am I right, Nick? Am I right, Nick?
Mabel, would you please make me a drink?
You want a drink, Seth? You want a martini, Seth?
Mm-hmm.
You want to have a little fun, Seth? You don't mind making a drink, do you?
No, I don't.
Nah.
Is A Woman Under the Influence a great film? I don't think so. It's too long and only brilliant in spots. But it had Jenna Rollins as its star, and for me, it doesn't get better than that. One of the all-time most underrated actors in any media, Jenna Rollins could move me like few others. Never forced, not a student of any particular acting style, instead a natural presence on screen. Jenna Rollins succeeded with every character she created, and her performance as Mabel was a triumph in a career that brought her 2 Oscar nominations, 4 Emmys, and 2 Golden Globes, one as Best Actress for a woman under the influence. I know I'm being uncharacteristically effusive in my praise here, but I wish Jenna Rollins had been awarded a competitive Oscar instead of the honorary one she received in 2015, though I'm grateful she at least got that. If you enjoy films featuring performances that have an improvisational feel to them, watch Rollins in this film from the 1970s, which we don't see much of these days, and you'll see why I'm in awe of this lady. Now I'm going to stand back and wait for the tidal wave of performances that you would have swapped out for another nominated one, as I know there are decades worth of choices from which to choose. And until we meet again, here's a winner I didn't feature because I couldn't decide who to swap out because any of the 4 other nominees were way more deserving.
May I have one?
Well, sure.
I didn't eat much on the plane. The beef was a little too well done. And the salad dressing had garlic in it. I think you should tell them, my dear, that very often elderly people can't tolerate garlic. Gives them gas.
Well, I'll certainly mention it to our chef.
Thank you. Not at all.